Hello everyone. I was expecting to get this video out before the market opened, but was having a little bit of a problem with my audio equipment this morning, so I wasn't able to get it recorded before. But today we want to take a look at where the S&P 500 is trading using the SPX index. Yesterday we closed down at 5396.52, which was a 4.84% gap down. And then on this chart, I've been using the anchored volume weighted average price to identify some targets for the S&P as we move through this correction process. So I have several of them here. This first one is tied to the August 5th, 2024 low, which sits right here. And that's currently sitting at 5810.81, and it is decreasing. Then the next point is anchored to April the 19th, 2024. And it's currently sitting at 5686.21, and it is also decreasing. And then we have the VWAP that is anchored to the 1/4/2024. That's currently sitting at 5545.20, and it is also decreasing. This one rolled over for the first time yesterday. And then I hadn't been tracking these two in recent days, but they've been on here. I just haven't talked about them or written about them. But this one is anchored to the October 27th, 2023 low, and it is currently sitting at 5427.62, and it's actually increasing at this point. And then I've mentioned this one today. This one is anchored at October 13th, 2022. It's currently sitting at 4914.15, and it is increasing. So yesterday, after the tariffs were announced and appeared to be much more onerous than they were originally anticipated, the market started a sell-off and broke through this 1/4/2024 anchored VWAP and actually crossed through the 1027.23, and we're currently sitting at, this is after the market open, we're currently sitting around 52.25, which is not far from the August 5th low. So if we drew a straight line across there, let me get my tool. If we draw that line across there, you can see we're almost to that point at this point. So hopefully this level holds over the next couple of days. If not, I mean, this October 13th, 2022 low at 4,900 could come into play. I'd be a little surprised at that, but it certainly could. The S&P closed 6.35 below the 200-day moving average, which is sitting right here. And the previous max drawdown was on March 13th. And it was sitting at about 10% below, 10.13, and that was exceeded yesterday for a max drawdown of 12%, 12.17%. We can also see that the MACD has moved into a sell signal and is operating in the negative portion of the MACD chart here. And we can also see the RSI has trailed off. The RSI at the close yesterday was sitting at 31.92, which was a 29% decline from the previous day's RSI of 45.27. I also noticed that the trading volume was increased yesterday. It is currently trading at about, let's see here, it's trading at about 6.4% above the 50-day moving average, which is this purple line that runs across here. So we got to expect continued volatility over the next few weeks with sideways to even downward trading. I didn't expect it to be falling this far at this point, but looking at today's action, it certainly has the potential to continue moving down. If we look at the intraday at this point, you can see that we're still trailing down using 15-minute candles here. So even intraday, it looks like it continue to move down, and the Williams cycle forecast line also looks like we have some more downside here. If we move over to the VIX, we can see that there was a pretty large jump yesterday. It rose to 30.02 yesterday, which is a 39.56 jump compared to the day before. This is certainly elevated. And then we look at today, intraday, and it's trading at 37.4, indicating 37.4. So the VIX index is actually increasing. It looks like it spiked up and is now trading below the open. So we'll see what happens throughout the day on that. Then if we look at the implied move, I mentioned that for April 4th, tomorrow, the implied move is plus or minus 1.64%. And then the implied move for April 17th, 2025, which is the third Friday of this month and the monthly expiration date, the implied move increased from yesterday. It's currently sitting at 4.36. So hopefully you find this helpful, where we can look at various targets and what's coming into play, and you can make the proper decisions for your portfolio moving forward. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you later.